But isn't there also a way of focusing on the positive in such a way that it transcribes into actions?
Yes.
For instance, say I'm having a problem with a particular person, and that's a common kind of thing. There's someone, or bête noire, someone who's always seems to be against us, which is causing us anxiety, say going to work or in our community or even in the family.
Yeah.
There's something, and I just find myself worrying and troubled by them. But actually, what I want is not their bad behaviour, for instance.
Right.
What I want is a good relationship with them.
Yes.
So I think, well, if I want a good relationship, what do I do to create a good relationship?
Okay.
I have to maybe be nice, or I have to kind of somehow or other change my way of dealing with them in such a way that even if they don't respond initially, it might in due course make them question what is the relationship they have with me, and it's through gifts or service or some kind of kindness, so you can always, if it's turned into a positive what you want, then there's logical actions that you can take, isn't it?
Well, that's right. I mean, again, I think the first thing, I mean, we could look at this on 2 or 3 levels. One level that I would look at it, let's say in a coaching context, first question is, what exactly do you want? What is a positive statement of what you want? So what do you want of that relationship? What do you want to see? What do you want to hear? What do you want to feel? It might be a short statement, a single sentence first of all. But you've got to be able to translate that into something which is real for you in terms of seeing something, hearing something, feeling something. In other words, it's something which can be visualized, can be affirmed, and can be felt. It's something which is, potentially tangible. And of course, with relationships, that's not always easy because there is an element of, well, the other person has to. But, once you bring it into yourself, right, this is the relationship that I want with this person, then you've got immediately a focus. You can give energy to that focus. By thinking about it, by affirming it, by visualizing it, by feeling it not just in terms of a generality or a theory or a potential, but feeling it as if you've already got it. That it's already there. You already have this wonderful relationship with this person, and feeling how you would feel in that situation. That's giving it real energy in the now. Again, let's forget past and future, right? Although there's a projection element, we're actually doing it now for us now.
And of course, if you think, well, that's just pretending because the reality isn't like that. But actually, if you're going to change the reality, it's only going to happen through this route. Otherwise you can just stay in the kind of lousy reality, and you can stay worried and suffering from it, or you can kind of act in such a way that is symptomatic of a better situation. And who knows? It's much more likely to happen.
Yeah, and it's going back again, to the 3 A's. I know I keep coming back to this, awareness, acknowledgement, action, right? So the awareness that the relationship is not working in some way, or is not as you would like it to be. And then acknowledgement, this is the key piece. This is where people often trip up. Why? Because they tend to be in denial. It's not me. That's, it's him, or it's blame. There's that element, they're not letting go of that. You've got to acknowledge that it is, something which you have to accept, you have to allow it to be. You can't fight it, you can't resist it. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm using negative words here, but I hope I'm conveying the meaning. You mustn't resist, allow it to be as it is. Then the action, as I say, you go in then, you say, right, now, what is it that I actually want? What is my focus? What is my energy? And then the action could be simply, you don't even have to pick up the phone, the action could be simply, thinking, feeling, seeing that relationship as you want it to be, in yourself.